Sports is brought to you by All Out Auto Repair, home of the $46 Saskatchewan and $66 Alberta Safety Inspection. Your complete automotive repair.
Time to turn the desk over to Jack for our first look at sports. Jack, and obviously it's still a very young season here for the Bobcats, but they started off kind of rough, but they managed to turn it around already.
Oh yeah, no, they're turning around big time. Won 3 in a row, so they're trying to make it 4 tonight. As I mentioned, Bobcats back in action, looking to make it 4 in a row. The team will continue their hot streak against the Grand Prairie Storm, an opponent they know all too well. The last time these teams met was in the first round of last season's playoffs, where the Bobcats had their backs up against the wall, down 2 games to none. The Cats mounted a huge comeback and won 3 in a row to take the series.
We're really excited. We love playing Grand Prairie. Last year we played them in the playoffs. We had a great first round series against them. So this is the first time we've seen them this year, and we're very pumped to play them.
The Storm lost a lot of key players this past offseason, including their leading scorer Tanner Fritz and star goalie Andy Williams. But Bobcats head coach Brian Curran knows this is still a very tough team.
It's going to be a hard-fought physical game. There's no question. It's in our building at home. Things have gone well for us up late. I know the boys want to keep it rolling that way.
The Bobcats have won 3 games in a row going into tonight's action. Curran believes that their recent success could be because the team is starting to gel.
I think we're starting to rely, believe in each other. Sometimes it happens very quick, and sometimes it takes a little while. This team's taken a little bit more time than last year, but they're certainly getting there now, and there's a little more skill here this year than there was last year.
Puck drop tonight is at 7:30 at the Civic Center. Well, after 5 games, it was 5 wins for the Holy Rosary Raiders, but to get win number 6, it wasn't going to be easy. The battle between the 2 best teams in the league as perfection was on the line last night as Cold Lake Royals were in the border city. The rain was a factor early on as the running back here, loses the handle on the ball. Raiders would recover but are unable to get any points off the turnover. Later on, Raiders look lost on this play. Colton Hippie gets sacked after a miscommunication with the running back there. Weather definitely helping the D out a lot on this day as Donovan Granum comes up with the pick here. It would lead to this next play for the Raiders. Hippie punches it in for a 1-yard TD. Ties things up at 7. Jump to the 4th quarter, 10-7 Raiders as they air it out here to Mike Holman. Sick one-handed grab, unreal. That would make it 17-7. That would be enough as the Raiders remain perfect and move to 6-0.
Well, it's just a great effort by everyone. We all had a good game in the second half. First half we were a little slow, but all started to come together nicely in the second half.
But our defense played well the whole game. Offensively, we didn't really get going at all. Lots of fumbles and drop footballs, and we got lucky. We scored a couple times, and then our field goal kicker came through when we needed him. So sometimes when one thing's not working, when you got a solid team and you work hard in practice, and that other things will kick in and work. So we relied on that tonight.
And there were a couple other games going on in the Wheatland Football League last night. First, we have the Lloyd Comp Barons squeezing out a close victory over the Wainwright Commandos 26-23. And it was a barn burner up in St. Paul, actually in Bonnyville, 37-27 for the Voyageurs there. And then we have, this is how things are shaping up for next week. In the final week of the regular season, the Bonnyville Voyageurs will take on the Wainwright Commandos, and the St. Paul Lions will travel up to Cold Lake to battle the Royals. And finally, we have a great rival matchup of the border city teams. The Raiders will host the Barons in their final games of the regular season. That's all the time I have for our first look at sports. Stay tuned, though. Gerard's in next with weather.